Pittsburgh likes to think of itself as the most livable city, but one report indicates that is only true for some.
A city commission issued a 94-page study on inequality in Pittsburgh, and as money editor John Delano reports, for many, the city's livability depends on race.
More than 70% of a person's health outcomes is attributed to their social environment, and there is still a huge disparity in cardiovascular outcomes in African American women. Today, these are the facts.
Pittsburgh's black women are more likely to be unemployed and live in poverty than black women in other cities. It's a similar story when it comes to our black men. Our black men have a higher level of occupational segregation, as well as higher rates of homicide and dying of cancer and cardiovascular disease than black men in the comparable cities around the country.
So this summer, I partnered with health advocate and physician Dr. Issa Davis to hear the often marginalized voices of two African American women from Pittsburgh, and here's what they had to say.
Well, in terms of eating, it's definitely a monetary thing. I always felt like I never really made enough to buy healthier stuff, because the honest to God truth is people buy what they can afford. And if they feel like they can afford to get healthy, get like vegetables and different things, then they'll get it. But if they don't feel like they can do that, then they're not going to. And plus it's about survival too. You can't survive, like, if you have to make money stretch so far, you gotta buy certain things. And sometimes healthy things aren't that thing.
I feel like if I never spoke up or advocated for myself, it would have never been, like, by the time everything came through or whatever and I spoke with her, it ended up being stage 3. So if that may not have happened, I may not even be here today.
I've gotten education through the diabetes nurse at the clinic where Dr. Davis is. So it's not like I don't know that diabetes affects your whole system, including your heart. So and heart healthy things, I don't know, I don't have a really good handle on them, just because I feel like sometimes life is hard enough, and then like to come and then mess with the one thing that brings you some kind of comfort, which for me is food, sometimes gets on my nerves. So sometimes I'll just shoo it off.
My PCP was getting everything back. She got every test was done, everything, whatever. Never once called me. Never once called me, never said nothing, never checked on me, nothing, and was getting everything. Was getting every test, every result, everything was being sent to her. Never called me, and that just really upset me. Like, I really, even started chemotherapy, nothing. Never heard from her, never called me, and I was just very upset about that. Maybe more black doctors. Because I think, we relate better to people that look like us, and we feel comfortable with people who look like us. So I think that is very important.
I would say take the time and get to know your patients. Like, the one thing about Dr. Davis is she takes the time and gets to know her patients. That's probably why she's so good with them. Like, she knows personal things about them, or she tries to help them personally, not just professionally, and she listens. I think that's the most important thing.
I am extremely grateful to partner on this project, and although there are still so many stories untold, this is one step forward to hearing the voices of African American women as they voyage to better heart health.